And now we've got to talk about sex parties during COVID. Yeah, I really didn't think those words would be coming out of my mouth this morning, but here we are, because a New York City public health official who was one of the top people during COVID and was involved in social distancing orders and mask mandates and even vaccine mandates that cost people their jobs has just been exposed by the conservative YouTuber Steven Crowder's undercover investigative journalism team as actually having had drug-fueled public orgies with all the while during COVID while they were enforcing these pretty draconian restrictions on everyday New Yorkers. Let's take a look at some local news coverage of this crazy, crazy story.
The city's COVID czar, former COVID czar, Dr. Jay Varma, is not denying that he partied during the pandemic, but he says his shocking comments caught on hidden camera are taken out of context. Let's get right to Good Day's Briella Tomasetti. She is live at City Hall this morning with the latest. Briella, good morning.
Tashani, good morning to you. And if you're just catching up, Dr. Jay Varma was caught on camera, secretly recorded, talking about how he hosted drug-fueled sex parties, went to underground raves, and had to, quote, be kind of sneaky about it because he was running the entire COVID response in the city. Former Mayor de Blasio praised him for his handling of the pandemic, which included a highly controversial vaccine mandate that got some people fired and forced others to quit their jobs. Neither de Blasio, who appointed Varma, or the current mayor, Eric Adams, commented on the scandal, but this certainly isn't the last we'll be hearing about it.
Do you think you'd have gotten like a hard time if New York City found out that you're having sex parties during COVID?
Yeah, it would have been a big deal. Yeah, it would have been real bad.
Yeah.
In a scathing video released by conservative podcaster Steven Crowder, Dr. Jay Varma, New York City's former COVID czar, boasts about throwing sex parties during the height of the pandemic. The clips posted to Crowder's YouTube channel seem to have been compiled from several different recordings where Varma is caught on camera speaking to a woman about hosting drug-fueled orgies with his wife and attending underground dance parties with more than 200 people.
It was fun. We all took Molly.
In a statement released to the New York Times, Varma said he was targeted by an operative for an extremist right-wing organization determined to malign public health officials and take down the public health system in America. He added, "I stand by my efforts to get New Yorkers vaccinated against COVID-19. Varma didn't deny the recordings were real, but said they'd been spliced, diced, and taken out of context. He also admitted to attending 3 gatherings between August 2020 and June of 2021.
Everything that we do to prevent infections, keeping distance, wearing masks, washing our hands, we need to be even more rigorous about.
During that same exact time period, Varma regularly appeared on Fox 5, encouraging New Yorkers to mask up, stay home, and practice social distancing as public health officials sought to contain the deadly virus.
Y'all, these people belong in jail. The audacity to have actually subjected New Yorkers to draconian restrictions that cost many people their jobs because they didn't want to take the vaccine or other things, or people missed out on birthday parties, seeing loved ones, so many horror stories. All the while, you're having drug-fueled orgies and massive gatherings low-key and keeping it undercover. I don't know what crime that would count as, but if there isn't one, there needs to be, because absolutely public officials who betray the public trust like this and just crap all over their constituents belong in jail. This is insane. It is so disturbing and offensive. And how this person wasn't exposed for this from within whatever, government around them must have known it was going on and wasn't publicly condemned and hasn't been hounded out of life, just polite society. How this person's ever allowed to show their face in public without being shamed and ridiculed is just beyond me. And I can't get over the idea that these clips are taken out of context. What context is there, babe? You admitted to having drug-fueled orgies during the pandemic while telling people to stay at home, follow lockdowns, wear masks, and take vaccines. There's no context that makes that okay, that makes that anything less than grotesque hypocrisy. There's no context. Oh my God. And to say oh, well, those conservative YouTubers who caught me, they want to sabotage public health officials and come after and undermine our credibility. No, babe, you know who's doing a great job of undermining the credibility of the public health establishment? The public health establishment. People like you who are hypocrites and frauds and liars and cheats. Other people are not the ones undermining your establishment because they're exposing your misdeeds. That's you undermining it, not them. I can't even talk about these stories or think about them too much because they really do make me angry. And I don't cover a lot of stuff in politics that makes me truly angry, but I feel like we all just moved on and we just let in the rearview mirror so much stuff go behind us that there hasn't been a true reckoning for all the grotesque and inhumane and evil ways that officials oppressed us and betrayed us during the COVID pandemic with the government policies they enacted. And all the while, even people who are still popular major figures like Gavin Newsom just flouted their own restrictions, went to fancy restaurants while they were closing them for other people or telling other people to social distance. And we've just moved on for that and forgiven it, I guess, and let it go. And to me, it's all unforgivable. And to me, there's not been nearly enough reckoning with all the injustices from this dark period in American life. But hey, let me know what you think in the comments below. And are you as maddened by this stuff as I am, or are you over it? Let me know.